Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. Welcome to another edition of Living Simply and Fun. I'm your host, Aries, also known as Rita. There's Aaron. He's kind of giving me the face weird look because I was playing with the little icons on the side of doing little things. I asked if we wanted a theme. He said no.
Like that. See? Bird. No more playing with them. You don't have an idea, so knock it off. Anyways, not much to talk about with the way of meals. I got a few new things I want to try. She wants me to try to cook some stuff that she's found in the Schwann's catalog. Might be an interesting idea.
New ideas. Life is all about variety and the spice of life, as Mama would say. So it's good for wines, beers, foods, and cheeses to try. And anything else you haven't tried in your entire life.
Always got to find something new to try.
Yes.
This one actually, I don't have the recipe for offhand, but the thing that I want to try right now is taking crescent rolls and laying them out on a pan. Then you take some softened cream cheese with some sugar and vanilla and you whip it together and then you spread it out. Then you put another layer of crescent rolls and cover it with sugar and cinnamon and bake it.
I love a plan when it comes together.
So I really want to try that because in some ways it sounds like a homemade cheese Danish. So,
this reminds me, for Christmas, he wants a fruit cake.
Yes, I've never received a fruit cake as a gift. And people joke about how bad fruitcake gifts are all the time. It's like, oh, well, people give me a fruitcake and it's a doorstop, blah, 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 and nobody touches it. I happen to like fruitcake.
Here's a joke
and I've never received one. I want a fruitcake.
Here's the joke that my family used to use at Christmas time. They'd get appliances and they'd rewrap them and give them out as birthday and Christmas gifts the following year, like toasters and microwaves.
I've gotten a few hand-down presents like that. I can't remember any of them offhand, though. Mostly clothes, I believe.
I want one of those.
I think I got a tie one year and I never wore a tie.
See, what I think is good about Christmas gifts, and we're not talking about Christmas because it's still a month away.
Yes, that's why I insisted that today's topic was supposed to be Thanksgiving.
I was going to say one of the best gifts is the gift of giving year round, which means like Aaron here. If I buy an espresso machine, I'll let Buddy Boy make me coffees
honestly,
every day.
I think Christmas and Thanksgiving are frankly switched. Christmas is the day that we give gifts to everybody, and oftentimes there's little and no thanks over it because, well, it's the holidays and you're supposed to be giving gifts. So you don't really necessarily think of thanking. It's just like, well, this is great. I got a new item. So Thanksgiving should come slightly after so that we have a chance to say thank you for the things you've done for me this year. Instead, we got to wait a whole year. And actually, Thanksgiving anymore is about the food and, well, the food. We were talking to a friend yesterday about the fact that every time she goes to visit her family for Thanksgiving, even though she drives close to 400 miles or whatever to go see them, that they kind of ignore her because she's the least of the kids or whatever, and they all talk amongst themselves, and she sits there like, well, why did I come all this way? It's just food to her. Don't play with that while we're doing it.
Well, you're talking, and I was just seeing what's going on, Sorry about
that. That's often the way Thanksgiving is now anymore anyways. It's just an excuse to get together and eat a lot of food and gluttonize, and well, for some people it's to watch a football game. Wish I could be watching it with my uncle. I miss those years, and well, I hope he rests in peace.
Wherever he is.
I always had fond memories of watching the football game at his house.
Yeah, probably on a jumbo TV, too.
Oh, it was at that time. It was.
But your dad probably had to outdo your uncle every time, too.
So, yes, there's the Turkey Bowl, which I definitely would look forward to.
Well, I'm sorry to sound rude because this is the topic of Thanksgiving, but I've never heard of the Turkey Bowl.
That's the slang term for the Thanksgiving Day football game, which there's only one because it usually comes on a Thursday. I think it always comes on a Thursday. So that's why it's called the Turkey Bowl. It's not between colleges like the Orange Bowl, Rose Bowl, etc. It's between two NFL teams. Sorry, I got NHL on my mind.
I know there's a Christmas
because I've been playing NHL so much and for PlayStation 3. So I got that on my brain. What, you gotta look up the Turkey Bowl?
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up just to see who it is.
I remember one between Detroit and Dallas. That was a good game with Emmitt Smith and Barry Sanders. Oh, those were the days. Anyways, this year, instead of the traditional turkey, which although I wanted to do a turkey, we're not going to do a turkey. Instead, we're going to do a prime rib. Rita got a dang good deal on it, and we couldn't pass it up. So,
However,
in the
the story of the prime rib is he was angry because I got too much of it.
I got angry at her because first of all, I didn't realize she got it so dirt cheap, but second, the guy at the place we got it was kind of iffy about even knowing the price and took him like 10 minutes to figure out the price. So he wasn't to be trusted when he said he could have the thing cooked, cut and wrapped within 3 minutes. And instead, it took him nearly 15 minutes, and we ended up missing our bus and having to wait out in the freezing cold for an hour and 20 minutes, which really upset me, and it ended up a real bad day. Probably because, well, it ended up a real bad day, and the prime rib's part of it, but we're going to enjoy the heck out of that, and you'll be watching me cook it next week because during the course of the week we're going to do a couple mini segments and splice them all together so that you can see the preparation. First installment probably will start tomorrow because, well, that's the first day of food prep. It's tomorrow afternoon. Then the second day of food prep will probably come the night before Thanksgiving, with the third day of food prep coming on Thanksgiving, and then we'll do a fourth one when we pull it out so you can see it, and then a fifth one when we explain how it came out. I might even do a little segment in there on how to make Yorkshire puddings, which for me, I'm still learning how to do it. It's a little hit and miss, but yeah, we're going to be doing things. Au jus. Oh, don't have any au jus. I don't know what we're going to do for that. I'll have to make some. Unfortunately, the drippings for the prime rib have to go to the Yorkshire pudding, so although au jus uses the drippings from the prime rib, there's not enough to go for both. And we prefer the Yorkies, so I'll still have to figure out what to do about that. Bad us, we forgot. So
that's okay, we make mistakes.
Yeah, it's been a bad month for us forgetting.
Thursday, November 28th. There's going to be 3 games on November. We got the Packers, Lions, the Raiders, the Cowboys, the Steelers, and the Ravens.
I think the game that I would choose is the Raiders Cowboys. Tony Romo hasn't been that bad this year. However, I would have liked to have seen the Seahawks in there. The Broncos-Patriots game that was this week should have been in there.
Broncos are playing the Chiefs, Grandma's team.
Yes, and they're tied right now. What is this Seahawks at right now?
Sea Chickens in there? No, it says in standings. We'll do that, but you got to talk still.
Yes, so anyways, I just want to know about the Seahawks.
All right.
I mean, they are the best in the business right now.
Seattle Seahawks, 10 wins, 1 loss still.
Okay, yeah, they had a bye week. That's right. So, anyways,
sorry about looking. So, there's 3 games instead of 1 on Thanksgiving.
Yes,
it's gonna be
and I would watch the Raiders Cowboys. Now, the other thing is, do remember to be thankful for things this Thanksgiving. Not necessarily just the food and being with family and friends, but for what's come your way this year and what maybe hasn't. Just because we didn't get something we wanted doesn't necessarily mean that it was a bad thing. Maybe we weren't meant to have it. I mean, how many people out there have gotten something and as soon as you get it, it's broken within a week or whatever? I mean, Rita's friend here got a tablet PC and it was dead in 2 weeks. I got a Xbox 360 once that was dead in 3 months. Sometimes it's just a waste of money for some of the things we want.
I was going to say, I remember one Thanksgiving with my family before I was disowned. My nephew sat there and we were talking, and my sisters and everyone, they had the little chit chats and stuff. And I said to my nephew, "Isn't that interesting?" He says, "What?" I said, "Squaresoft is no more." He said, "What do you mean?" They're merging with Enix. It was on a Thanksgiving when they actually announced it. On a Thanksgiving, they were merging. Me and Tyler just sat there, and this was 2003, I believe it was. He and I were shocked.
And I wish this video would get out to more people because I have something real important here to say. When you have your Thanksgiving dinner, if you have a table with the little ones, make sure to give them some attention during Thanksgiving. Go sit at their table for a minute and see how they are. It might feel awkward to you, but do it because it's important to those kids. I used to be one of those kids that didn't have to worry about it, but I've seen kids that had to sit at the kid table and nobody talked to them, and they felt in their own world and just out of place. And well, it's a time for thanks and good memories and stuff. So make some good memories, even if it's not for you. Not all memories are meant for you. Not all memories are meant for me. Some memories are meant for us to instill on others, and hopefully good ones. So, anyway, stay safe this Thanksgiving. I hope you all have a great Turkey Day. I know that our neighbor, we're giving her some prime rib, and she's donating some time and getting turkey and stuff, and she's giving us some turkey too. So, we'll end up with a turkey dinner probably the next afternoon for lunch.
I just wanted to say,
enjoy the tryptophan. Have some nice nap after the dinner. We're not going to have to worry about feeling tired after eating turkey, but
I just wanted to say to you all, Aaron's completely right. Take some time, as he said, spend it with the children. Sit down at their table. Now I'm going to say,
it doesn't matter if the children are 3 and 4 or whether they're 15 and 16.
I wanted to say, with me, my grandmother had a huge long table and everyone parked themselves around it.
That's how mine was too.
And we all had one table, so I was more privileged to be next to my grandmother and my mother at Thanksgiving and Christmas times. However, a word of advice: one Christmas and one Thanksgiving and one Christmas, both times, we've had a power outage and we had to go to someone else's house to finish the Thanksgiving dinner. So be thankful nowadays, technology, the power outages are very rare, but they do still happen from time to time. With that said, please
enjoy your Thanksgiving.
With that said, please add and subscribe if you like. Please post comments in the box if you like. Please add us as a friend. Please subscribe, and please give us suggestions. With that said, happy Thanksgiving, everyone, from both of us at Living Simply and Fun.